Hello and welcome all. Today I'm going to show you how two applications or two microservices are going to communicate with each other via REST APIs. So for that we are today going to use the retrofit that allows us to communicate two microservices via help of REST APIs. So this is developed by Square and released on 8th of May 2014. It is like an powerful framework for authenticating and interacting with different APIs and also like sending network requests with OK HTTP. Now, as I mentioned, retrofit is useful for two microservices to communicate with each other via REST APIs. So in this diagram, we are also going to see, let's suppose we have an app B where we have defined or exposed some of the APIs. So this is the first step. Let's suppose some place or some other application has exposed some APIs and you wanted to consume the data that is exposed by another application. So you consider your application as app B where you are going to consume the data, and how you are going to consume the data with the help of retrofit that we are going to see over here. So after this presentation, I'm also going to show you the code that how I achieve something to consume the data from another application. So for that, I used this library of Square converter JSON, but you can use any of these libraries after this tutorial. So let's jump into our code. So firstly, to create a demo project, I'm going to create a application B. Like we discussed earlier, we have application A and application B. So to consume the data from application B, we have created application B itself so that you can get a clear idea that how we are going to get the data from application B. So in this example, I'm going to show you we have created a Spring Boot project. So the dependency I'm going to show you, we have used this dependency so that we can convert our application into a Spring Boot application. And this is a Spring Boot application which allows us to, this dependency allows us to use this annotation and Spring Boot Spring application. Then we have created a controller, REST controller class, where we have exposed one endpoint that is going to return a new user object that has only one value. And I can also show you the model user which contains only the name. So for just the testing purpose, or I will say this demo purpose, I'm just created one object. So when I we are going to execute this application, we are going to see on the application side that when we are going to refresh, we are getting this complete object. Now our application B is ready. Now we are going to move to application A. So inside this application A, we are going to use the retrofit where we are going to consume the data. So to use the retrofit, we have to define two dependencies. These two dependencies we are going to use. After adding these two dependencies, we are also going to see that this is also a Spring Boot application. We have exposed one endpoint that is being accessible by the end user. So inside this controller, like when our client going to hit this controller, we are going to call the service method. And inside this service method, what we are doing, we are having actually created a retrofit object. After that, by creating this retrofit object, we have also defined the base URL. The base URL represents the URL of the application B that we have defined inside our application.properties. This is the URL, like the port number. Our application B retrofit 1 is using 8080 and the application B is using 8081. So here we created the object of retrofit. Now we are going to call the get message method of our retrofit. This is the retrofit interface we have created, and this is the message endpoint that is going to append to our base URL, and that represents that which endpoint we are going to call of application B. So when we going to call the get message, we are going to have the data and the data is coming as a response.body, and we are getting the user object. That user object we are getting in our resource class, and we are just returning that user object from here. So what modifications we have done in this project is we have created this interface. We have made the modification in our service class. In the application or properties, we have just defined the base URL path. Inside build or Gradle file, we have just defined two implementation that allows us to use this feature or facility provided by the retrofit. So after starting this application, I'm going to show you that how it is working. Like it is this is the application which is working on 8080 port. Now, if I going to refresh it, we are getting the same object that is being exposed by the application B, and we are getting the same object inside our application of A. Now I'm going to show you one more way of achieving the same thing, retrofit. So this time we just commented these two dependencies and we added a new dependency. This dependency is like built over this dependency. So I can also show you. We have this dependency. I can also provide the path of this dependency in the description. So over here we can see the dependencies we were using is the same, square up and square up retrofit converter checksum. And over here we can see this piece of code that we have written earlier that we don't have to write after using this library. So after adding this library, there is small advantages that it removes some code. After adding this, we now have a new annotation that is retrofit client, where directly we are just going to provide the base URL and it is going to call the message endpoint. Now in the service method, what we have is we are just going to call the get message method and we are just getting the body. Earlier, like we were creating a retrofit object and then we are going to call so that we don't have to do this time. So yes, this is the all changes we have done. We have added a new library, no changes. Yeah, this is not required now. And so yes, that's all about this video. If you like it, please hit the like button. Thank you.